Hi everybody, welcome to the Dream Whiskies Bar. This is day 6 of our Dream Whiskies Advent Calendar giveaway. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. Today we actually have a giveaway. So we've got a little gift that we are going to give away to one of you, but it's not going to be given away the same way that we've done earlier in this week. So keep an eye on what's going on, but we're going to give all of you the opportunity to win this little gift, which I'm going to show you shortly. Quick hi, who have we got here? We've got Mike. Good to see you, Mike. Hi, how are you doing? And Lorraine, thank you for being with us. Amelia as well, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. So before we get into it and before I tell you what the giveaway gift is for today, I just want to take you back to our broadcast from yesterday. And yesterday I made this cocktail. You might remember we played a bit of a game. I made the cocktail and you had to work out a code word using the first letter of each ingredient. So obviously you all worked it out, and that was jingle. The code word was jingle, and we took the first letter of all the ingredients. So we had Jack Daniels, ice cream, noisette syrup, ginger liqueur, lime juice, and egg white. J-I-N-G-L-E, jingle. Now, if you worked that out, you went on to the main game page, hopefully, where you saw our Highland Park giveaway, and you got your bonus entries for entering that code. So well done, well done. Who else have we got here? Menno, good. How are you doing? Good to see you. I said about that cocktail yesterday, look, the hardest thing about making cocktails is not the inventing of them, which I've done, honestly, many hundreds over the years. I often find it more difficult to think of a name for the cocktail. So I said to you guys, right, you got any ideas for the cocktails? And a few of those names came up. So I'm just going to tell you what some of you threw up there. Let's see who else we got here. No one's saying hi, but I can see that you're online and watching. All right, so we had, someone said reindeer milk, which goes well with the look of the cocktail. We had Jack Frost, which I liked, because Jack Frost, I guess, relates to the Jack Daniels in there. Santa's Tears was another one that we liked. Somebody said, why don't you just call it Jingle, which I guess makes sense. 2 of you said Snowball, which again goes well with the look of it. We had Jack Cream and Ice Dream. Someone said, why don't you use ice from ice cream and dream from Dream Whiskies? But in the end, we decided Polar Express was the one we liked the most. So we're calling that drink yesterday a Polar Express, and that was from Deacon McGovern. So Deacon, if you're watching, thank you for that. You've just named that cocktail from yesterday. Good stuff. Who else we got here? Lucy, good to see you. Gary, thank you for joining us. Right, so what do we have in store for you today? Well, this is the gift that I'm giving away to one of you today. Now, just to let you know, I'm going to ask a question later, so listen to what I'm talking about, because I'm going to ask a question on that, and then I'll explain how you enter for this giveaway. But this is the gift. Now, what is it? Well, it's an ice ball mold. In other words, you pour water in here, you close the lid, you stick it in the freezer, and after about 8 to 10 hours, you've got a solid ball of ice. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen these sort of ice balls that people are using in drinks and in cocktails these days, but actually the first time I really became aware of them was when I started noticing Japanese bartenders actually carving these balls out of solid blocks of ice and putting them in their cocktails. They look fabulous in drinks. And this makes it easy for you to do. You don't have to have a big ice and start carving it yourself. So these are really handy, but I'm going to show you 2 ways of using this. One of them is particularly cool, and I think you're going to like it. So let me just put that to the side for a second. Who else have we got here? Just say a few more hellos. Oh, Menno, it's you again. Like that name, got a nice ring to it. Oh, about the cocktail? Yeah, I think so too. So look, the first way to do it is this. Now, I've got one on the go here. It's not completely frozen, I have to say. But what I've got is the ball and a glass. Now, what I would do is I would take the ice ball. I would drop it in the glass. Let's just roll that in. Now, this one, unfortunately, I haven't actually frozen it the whole way through. I didn't give it enough time. But you put the ball in, and then you pour the ice over. And the beauty of having an absolutely solid ice ball is that it will obviously chill your whiskey, but it doesn't melt very fast. So you don't end up with diluted whiskey, and it looks really, really cool in the glass. So I would just take my whiskey and I would pour it over. But I'm not going to pour it over just yet, because I want to show you another even cooler way of using these. Now, instead of letting this, oh, I've completely broken that one, which is a bit of a shame, but nevertheless, instead of putting it in the freezer for 10 to 12 hours and ending up with a solid ball, what you can do is you can create a hollow ball by putting it in the freezer for, let's say, 2 to 2.5 hours, and then every 30 minutes, just turn it. And that enables it to freeze on the outside. So what you end up with is about sort of 3-4 millimeters thick of ice with water in the middle. Now, having broken this one already, dropping it in, which I thought I might do because it hadn't really frozen long enough, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate this particularly well, but what you do is once you've got a decent ice ball full of water, you take something like this. I'm using a skewer here. I just put it up there. You can see it's a pointed skewer, metal skewer. You heat the end of the point, or rather the point on the end, rather than the end of the point, and you heat it. I normally heat it under hot water from my sink, but you can, I guess you've got a gas stove, you can heat it on that as well. And then you use that to drive a hole into the ball. You can then use it to widen the hole in the ball, so you just keep heating it and coming back. And then you can release all the water from inside. So what you end up with is a hollow ice globe. Who else we got here? Anyone else speaking to us? Karen, how are you doing? Peter as well, nice to see you. Carol, thank you for joining us. And Jessica, sorry I'm late. No, you're here, that's good, we're happy. Now let me move that out of the way because I've got another one that I've already prepared. So let me take this out of my freezer. And what I have here is an ice ball, which hopefully you can see in there. And I've driven a big hole in the top. The idea is this. You take your glass and you put your ice ball into the glass. Now I'm going to take a slightly shallower glass and I'm going to put it in here. Now into the hole, I'm going to take a small funnel and I've got in this little jug here some whiskey. So I pour the whiskey carefully into the ice ball like so, filling it up to the top. Oh, I've got a crack. Oh dear. I have to be honest with you. About 5 seconds before we went live on this broadcast, I dropped that and there's a crack in it. And unfortunately it's come out, but hopefully you get the idea, right? So you fill up your ice ball, you can serve. This is rather disappointing because it hasn't looked as good, but you can then serve your whiskey inside the ice ball. And when you serve it with something that people can crack it with. So you serve it in the ice ball, you give it a tap like that, and then it releases the whiskey and it breaks the ice into your drink and you can serve it. It is a great, what do we call it? A great bit of bartending theatre. Although don't drop the ice ball before you fill it up like I had, because you end up with cracks and the whole thing comes leaking out. But I think you get the idea. You can see how it works. So I'm just going to give that a swirl. And I want you to think about the fact that you can not only do these for your guests, but you can also prepare them in advance. So you can even make all the balls, create the holes, pour the whiskey in, then put them into a Tupperware container and stick them back in the freezer. The whiskey itself won't freeze solid, but the ice will stay like that. And then when you're ready to serve, bam, you serve it up to your guests. Fabulous bit of theatre. So look, that's what we got for you. There it is. We've got this little mold. And we're not only sending you one, but we're sending you a pair so you can make 2 at a time. That's our gift. In order for you to win this gift from us today, you need to answer a question right. Now, when we did this earlier in the week, I said, answer the question, email me directly, and the first one to email me will win the gift. The problem with that is that a lot of people, even though they try to get online at the right time when we go live, there's certain delays that mean some people have advantages over others. So this time I'm going to do it in a different way. You are going to email me, but you're going to go into a draw that I'm going to make at midnight tonight. So even if you're watching this 10 minutes time or a little bit later, you still got a chance to enter this competition. Now, before we go any further, let's say a few little highs as well. There's another Peter, how are you doing? Nina, hello again. Jessica, no, I guess that's because of my eyes, right? At least you feel sorry for me. Who else have we got? Keith, Lucy, I've already said hi to. I'm glad you're still there. All right, so look, you're going to need my email address if you haven't got it already from previous competitions that we run, the email address is this: paul@dreamwhiskies.com. That's paul@dreamwhiskies.com. And you've got to give me the answer to the question. Now, before I give you the question, I just want to give another little shout out to our Patreon page. We really need your support, and we would really love you to become a patron for us. I've put the link in the description here. If you become a Dream Whiskies patron, you will get more of what I am doing now. So we're doing this for Christmas, these sort of regular broadcasts and all this little behind the scenes stuff and cocktail recipes and things. But actually, if you want that all year round from us and exclusive content, then help us to grow, become one of our patrons, and you'll get access to all sorts of great stuff over the coming months and years, etc. So please check that out. Check it out a little bit later. But for now, this is the question. I said to you that the first time I became aware of people using ice balls in drinks and in cocktails was when I was watching bartenders from a particular country. The question is, where were those bartenders from? What country did they come from? If you know the answer, put it in an email to me. I will get all of those emails together by the end of today, and at midnight tonight, that's UK time, midnight tonight, I will draw the winner. And if it's you, you will get a set of 2 of these ice ball molds sent to you. Now, just to be clear, I will obviously announce or let the winner know directly, but I will also announce tomorrow who that winner is, just to be clear. So look, have a good day, answer the question, enter it, and who knows, these could be you, and you could be doing a slightly better job than I did with these ice balls. That's it. We're done for the 6th. See you tomorrow with another little giveaway. Have a good day.